You should be clicking start now.
Actually, tape is now rolling, boys and girls. About a minute till we actually hit the air, but okay. Commercials are getting ready to roll. Quiet on the set.
Excuse me. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Ain't no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo of Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar, 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome to today's show, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 15th, 2017, and I hope everybody out there in all those hurricane-affected areas is getting back to normal. I know they've restored the power to a lot of people down here. And
well, I'm hoping Clipsy gets her power back. I mean, she's out in Atlanta, and she's
people up in
she's
Georgia.
not though. She's in southern Georgia. She's at school, so she's not actually in Atlanta.
Okay, so yes. Southern Georgia. Hopefully, they will get their power back very soon, because you know what, having Clipsy melting, it's not something that we need. We need.
Now
Clipsy
I heard who was it who told me? As I know, Wendy and I had been in touch. I know Justin started a little message amongst us friends in the forums, and we've heard from Stryker, who's okay. Phil is okay. Yeah. Heard from Wind is okay.
Celine is okay.
Celine's okay. So most everybody who we know who's down here is fine and well at the moment, at least safe and sound, and most everybody I believe has got power, so
that's good.
Good news.
Yes.
So I got a question on that. This is Winfield.
Hey, Winfield, that's right. We've got, of course, Winfield and Justin joining us today. Welcome, along with everybody else. How you doing? Fish,
doing good. So with the AIRI Fund, which is great for helping players in need, I don't know if anyone can talk about that this time or another show, is how are we helping? Because I'm part of AIRI Fund, I contribute. How are we helping those folks in need who have survived? That's the number one good thing, okay? But need some help that FEMA can't help with, and Allstate and all that.
We actually have a request on the table right now. Anybody else want to field that, or they just want me to roll with that?
I was going to say, what you need to do is you need to go to airifund.org, and you need to click on Player Assistance, let's see, where it says Need Assistance, and then from there, you need to fill out the actual application, as well as to actually find some sort of means to include your proof of hardship.
And that's been the hard thing so far. We've had a couple of applications, but if you fill out the application and say, I lost everything, I need $500, and you don't give us any information and you don't give us any proof of hardship, we're kind of stuck in a spot in a bad position because, you know, we've been given a great responsibility to be good stewards of the community's money. So we need to be sure that we're, you know, vetting these applications in an appropriate way.
Absolutely. And
okay, so that's perfect. There's two parts to it. There's those people in need to apply to Airy Fund, and
Yep.
we have a process for that.
yes,
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
then there's us donators who want to contribute and have confidence that you guys are vetting our dollars.
that's
Absolutely.
correct. Yes.
Absolutely. And not even that, of course, the Think Pink campaign that you dropped into and you donated, thank you for your donation and support,
You're
by the
welcome.
way,
Yes.
is going to breast cancer research. So aside from doing outreach to avatars in need, and again, please, if you have need, we've seen a couple of requests come in. The more information you can supply for us to be able to say, okay, we can vet this and say, we know that this is actually truthful and factual information, the Airy Fund can then get to work, whether it be assisting there, starting a quick fundraiser to get some quick dollars in these people's pockets, what have you. So
Absolutely.
And it's
Not
really
just-
important for our community too. If you know someone that's in need who doesn't know about us, please point them to airyfund.org and get them, you know, on the track to get some assistance.
Absolutely. And it's one where it's like, we are here to help gamers in need and provide good works through gaming. And this is one where it's like, we have the obligation to actually help people, but at the same time, we have to vet every single instance. And it's the same way that we have to vet the charities before we actually donate to those charities to make sure that our dollars aren't just going to administrative overcost like some charities, but to actually get to people in need that are deserving of those monies.
that's right.
So I think that's a huge message with this, you know, current thing going on in Florida and the other states, is that get to those who are gamers in our community and extended communities to apply, and you can vet, and you guys have a great process in place that I have seen to be able to do that and work with people, and then turn around on the other side of getting the donations coming in, identifying those who are in need. I mean, to me, it is overwhelmingly great to know that my dollars are going to a fellow gamer who I've seen a picture of their flooded house or something. That is
Absolutely.
that to me is more. You know, I donate to the other, you know, Red Cross and all that kind of stuff, but to be able to know that I've donated $50 or $100 to help them get some diapers or something for their kids in a flooded area, that's what I'd like to hear about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it's not something that that any of us ever thought that we would be doing at this point. I mean, we all joined this community to play a game. Little did we know that we would end up sticking our neck out, helping somebody do something, and then becoming the benefactors of something like this. You know, it is amazing. And again, I love this shit. I mean, where else could a couple of folks like us have the opportunity to do what we were doing, having fun, and then of course turn around and also be able to help other folks in need while we do it. So,
so how can we Airy Fund, you know, employees or whatever you want to call them, you know, people who are volunteers who are in there, how can we contribute to help get the word out to people in need? Like Justin was saying, you know, if you have a friend, so that should be broadcast wide and far, and then
Absolutely.
also it funnels down into your organization through the Airy site to identify those, and then we volunteer to help canvass our friends, saying, hey, go here. We've got friends in Florida, we've got friends in Georgia. So
well, I can tell you.
How can I help, or how can we help people like me? Because I'm not
right
really
now, of course, donations are always a necessity to have funds to help people.
Need a pool of dollars. Okay,
we
good.
do have on the website right now under the active campaign, and I'm thinking something we may need to discuss, but you can host events to bring awareness in game. There's a community events application there coming up for Think Pink. But if you have something that's a cause, or say you yourself happen to find somebody who is in dire need, let's say you have a fishing buddy in game, and you know he fell on some hardship, and you reach out to us and we say, okay, well, have him fill out this information and get it to us so we can then start working with that person individually. Of course.
That's a very good point. It could be real life people that are associated with us as gamers, connected to my
absolutely
neighbor.
Right.
Now,
we've also supported causes outside of the game, though. Iron Maiden's son hosted an event that we advertised for him. We didn't necessarily do a community event in game, but we pointed people to the event that he was holding in a different game even. So it doesn't have to be this community necessarily.
absolutely.
It's easier to vet if it is, because we know the people. But the fact is that we're here to help gamers from all games, not just this game. And if you have a cause and you have something that you're working on, let us know. We're happy to help you host an event. We're definitely happy to advertise your event. We're happy to help in any way. I mean,
absolutely.
Just let us know.
We have the infrastructure to make your event a major fundraiser. Airy Fund is hopefully going to become something like, and I want to misphrase this, like a GoFundMe type thing. But you'll be able to come to the Airy Fund eventually and say, hey, I want to do a 5K run for this, and we will get it out there. We will put up the forms. We'll help facilitate that to raise funds for your own personal causes, helping people out there.
Absolutely. And there's an application for that on our website as well, not just the individual assistance.
So if I wanted to do let's say an in-game, I'm from Paxlair, event to raise funds for a charity, I could contact you guys, say I want to do this for this. We're going to all have a dance party. We're going to have a quest party. We're going to go kill each other. We're going to go adventure for 3 hours and encourage people to donate. You can
absolutely. And then we can also go as far as get you and make you an event T-shirt, an event poster, a commemorative
organizer, community quote, and things you need to raise the dollars.
Things you need to raise those funds. Absolutely. We really help facilitate with that as well. And again, we've only done a handful of small initiatives. Well, I don't know if the
can I ask you a question? Do you guys
indeed.
make flyers for POT billboards, maybe, where people could post the Erie funds on their billboards?
No, but that's a fantastic idea, and we absolutely can do it. Get with me if you have an event, and while we're doing events, if you have a town that's interested, contact me. I'd be glad to bring you a pile of flyers that you can post up. Absolutely.
Oh, perfect, because here in House Serenite, we have like 6 billboards all throughout the metropolis town, so
now,
we have plenty of space.
I wanted to address to Winfield, of course, was what can I do? And one of the things I can say is that we've had an immense support from the streamers in the community out there who are all offering up and have all reached out to us to say, hey, if you guys needed anything, please let us know so we can help spread the word. So, of course, I don't have to tell you, Winfield, word of mouth is probably one of the strongest marketing tools out there, but we use, of course, NBNN, the streams, social media, as well as our website to promote as much as we can right now. We're small. We're starting out. Of course, we're working with Portalarium, and we've got a couple other projects we're working on that the community will find out about in its due time. And we are coming along, so... you can do.
I like the fact that you have a process from the person in need, and vetted and all that, to the people who are contributing. I like the fact that you have an ability to pool resources, a la dollars, to have those in when people come in need for major things like this that go on. within people's real lives, and as they get vetted in, you have a pool of dollars. So, and that obviously that pool of dollars sits and waits, perhaps, when you get larger, to go out. But you're obviously, you could possibly even work with, other, Red Cross and breast cancer and all
the
that.
possibilities are endless right now, Winfield, and believe me, we are a small team. There's 6 of us on the board right now who are putting all this together and doing all this legwork aside from our regular lives, and it's been a beast, I gotta admit. But one thing I also gotta just let everybody know, that aside from just donating, we see this as a win-win-win for everybody. First off, the Erie Fund is a recognized 501(c) charity, so that the donations that you do make to us are tax deductible. First off, so second off, we are a corporation. We do have a board. We put everything in place. We are insured. We have coverage for just about everything we need, and we are working diligently to make this something that's going to become bigger and better over the years. So we are working with the gaming companies right now. We got Portalarium. We had who helped us in the last one. I always forget their name.
That was Arcade.
Tryon Games.
Yeah,
Tryon Games.
Tryon Games, thank you.
And
they donated stuff, and when they donate, they get a tax write-off. Their donations come in, and we help raise funds with that. So the gaming companies get a win. The people who get the donation, who get the funding, wins. We win. Everybody wins by doing this, and of course,
and people
works through gaming.
Yeah, and people that may need a little something extra are able to get that little something extra to improve their lives. So it's something where there's sometimes no one gets anywhere in life without assistance. There's no such thing as a self-made man. Someone always receives the benefit of help from someone else. And so,
we keep talking about dollars and we keep talking about donations. I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a player-owned town in game that's called Erie Cove. And in Erie Cove, we have a lot set up. There's a vendor on that lot where you can donate in-game gold, you can donate resources, you can donate things to facilitate the in-game events if you can't donate real-world dollars.
Absolutely.
So you can still help out.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
The fantastic part about that is we have realized that we can take these donations and convert them either into, we can use them to build things in game to help support these initiatives, or we can take donations. We know plenty of people in this game who have loads of gold or loads of resources that they can donate. We can then put off on a vendor, raise gold, and buy things for giveaways to help make an event a success.
And not only that, if you're a fantastic crafter, you can donate a fabulous set of armor to us, which we can then put up on the Shroud Marketplace and auction off during these events for also real world dollars. There are ways that you can help that aren't necessarily monetary based.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I would say real quick.
And here's Dex. There we go. Here's the man you got to really hear from.
I walked into this conversation about 5 minutes late, and I'm so thrilled you guys are talking about this.
Absolutely.
Winfield really hit the nail on the head. As a 501c3 charity, we have the capability. One of the few things we can do with our money, besides providing assistance, is actually providing assistance to other charities that we care about. So for our last initiative, the Just One Life, we donated, I think, 75% of our proceeds to the Trevor Project, which does work for suicide prevention.
Yay.
This particular event we're doing for breast cancer, Think Pink, in October, we're going to be donating a sizable amount to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, which is
donate early. Donate. I did donate early.
That's right.
Yep, which is the same. We're working in tandem with Portalarium, who also supports that particular initiative. We for these community causes, we love the idea of being able to we take in what we take in to help support our initiatives for direct assistance to gamers, but that also gives us some room to support the charities and the causes that the community cares about, like breast cancer and suicide prevention and other things. So that is definitely a cool feature of the model that we built.
And of course, if there is a suggestion of that, somebody has a cause, somebody has something that's close to home that they think we should support, by all means, reach out to us and say, hey, I think this would be a wonderful thing that, the community would get behind. That's how we got the Trevor Project fund, the fundraiser. That came to us from the community directly. So when we got that information, we hopped right on board and we started into action, and we raised, how did we raise for the Trevor Fund?
$4,000, I think.
$4,000 went right to the Trevor Fund. That's right.
And what did they tell us? That was 200 kids that would be helped with those funds?
200 plus people were going to be reached and helped through the money that we raised. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
and
what's neat to me about all this is being not part of the, your organization, is I'm a contributor, and what's really great is that this is an organization that helps people like us, and people who are in need in real life, people who are in need in, maybe virtual life. Who knows? They're trying to push things forward in a community fashion, that their virtual life needs to be helped as well to benefit others. I think it's a great initiative.
Well, I think that was one of our big pillars too. Is we wanted to, part of what we did here, to also strengthen in-game communities. And when people play for a cause and they get together and do something, it not only creates impact in the real world, it creates camaraderie and lasting memories and things in the game world.
Lets them know that they're actually being proactive. Yeah, they're not just sitting around doing the grind. They're just going out and attending and donating, wearing a cloak to show that you help support. Does a lot to boost a lot of people's,
Definitely.
And this is a real community. It isn't just your avatar. There are people attached to these keyboards, and I think that's what makes this game so much different than any one I've ever played, because this community is so connected in the game and outside of the game, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and I would say to Winfield, first of all, thank you for the support that you've given. You've been very generous. And secondly, to your comment, you say you're not directly involved with the organization, but we do consider all of our supporters to be part of the organization, and we work for you guys and we work for this community, and we listen to you. We have a board, yes, because we legally have to, that has to make decisions. But for those who give to the ARI Fund, we thank you. We consider you all part of our organization, and you guys are the reason we're here doing this. And
absolutely. I mean, if it wasn't for the people who helped initially, we would not be here helping other people now. So
there's one other aspect to this, is people like me and others who have not been involved in such a philanthropic kind of community like you've created there with the ARI Fund, is we, people who want our retirement age and want to, get involved in things, we can learn by working with you. We can adventure into your spaces of understanding how you put this together. And we may, realize that, hey, in my neighborhood at home in San Antonio, the homeowners, whatever, they need help. I can learn from you of how you've approached these problems.
Indeed. Yeah. It's definitely different in the virtual world and crossing between the two worlds. But again, it's incredible stuff. That's all I got to say. I mean, I'll quote what I said when I first started doing NBNN. If somebody told me I was going to be sitting here doing live streaming, I would have told them, you're crazy.
You're nuts.
If somebody would have told me that I would be sitting on the board of directors of a nonprofit that's helping other gamers and doing good deeds throughout the world, help raise money and awareness, I would have said you're crazy, because I'm a guy sitting here in front of a computer most of the time. I can barely, I get around, but I can't get out and physically do what I used to do, and this really gives me some more cause to do what I can from here.
Yeah, and to get this kind of a thing to work, it really does take a village. We have a team now in place that allows us to move more with more agility and learn from each other and get things done in a more efficient manner and bounce the good ideas and the bad ideas off each other and have some feedback loop there. And we also apply that to the community. When the community gives us feedback about what we're doing and how we're running things, we take that very seriously. And we are agile enough to make adjustments and keep going forward.
Now, if I can also, I want to also let just everybody who's listening or hears this know that a lot of the things that we're going to be working towards are going to be things that are hit close to home. Of course, coming up here with Think Pink is breast cancer awareness. And just for the final quarter of the year, I think we just want to focus on cancer awareness, but October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, everybody, has been affected in some way or another by it. Myself, I have kidney disease. Spiff over here has kidney disease. He misses the show several days a week for dialysis. Jack here, diabetic. We're going to be helping support causes that actually physically relate to not only us, but people that, we know are out there who have the same problems that we have. Spiff and I
have a fishing problem.
Well, we won't be able to replace your fishing pole.
But we can help him start a support group.
That's right, absolutely.
For fishing addicts.
You get the picture, and I love the question, and I love the dialogue that you've opened up here, because we rarely take the time. We promote it here on the show, and we rarely take the time because nobody really asks the tough questions that you asked, and I appreciate you coming on and asking those questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the thing really goes all the way back to like learning the different virtues from gaming, and this becomes an extension of those virtues.
Indeed,
to where we get to show acts of compassion to people that need assistance. And it's also one where it's like, it doesn't always have to be an individual. It can also be a cause. It can be something that affects a small number or a large number of people. And it's one where it's like those small acts of compassion that we're able to do both virtually and in the real world. Because like, the thing that sold Laz on the community aspect of this game was 2 years ago, or a little over 2 years ago.
A little over 2 years ago.
Over 2 years ago when you had a heart attack?
Actually, I had a heart attack previous.
Before that, yeah.
So that I thought I was having another one.
And you went...
I was online playing with my guild at 1:00 in the morning when I just said to the guys, listen, I got to go. I got to go to the hospital. And I disappeared.
I remember.
Yes, and Striker Spa Hawk, Wind Silver Moon, both came from either coast of Florida to where I was, 2.5 and 2 hour drives respectively from either point, and brought me cards, brought me teddy bears, just came and spent a couple hours with me in the hospital. And I had only been in the community barely 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. And that floored me because anybody who's ever played a video game in their life online knows that they meet people, they party with people, they get chummy with people. But more times than not, you never ever get to individually really get to meet and know these people.
No.
And that just floored me, that people who didn't even know me or who I just met were willing to come locally and just show me support because they were friends of mine in game. That was the only,
absolutely.
Because,
and I was texting you
solidified
that entire time, though.
I got phone calls from people I hadn't even heard of. I got phone calls from guild leaders just wishing, text messages. People ask, can I give your phone number out? And I says, yeah, please, by all means. I'm sitting here in the hospital. I got nothing to do. And the outreach was overwhelming. So when given the chance to sit on the board and do this for the Airy Fund, you got to know that there was no hesitation on my part to say, yes, where do I sign? And I'll do anything I can. And Winfield, I mean, come on. Not for nothing, I've got a history of hospitals. I mean, SodaCon 2016, Baltimore, I arrived, and Winfield had to pick me up because I broke my arm on the trip up.
That's right.
But,
Took them to the hospital. Sean stayed with
John Silverfoot spent the whole time with me there in the hospital, made sure. And I tell you what, because I was laid in the bed and they put me in traction for a while. The doctors would disappear, and Sean would go chase down the freaking doctors and say, "Listen, what the hell's going on?" I mean, and again,
Exactly.
I knew Sean. I had only known Sean personally for 5 minutes when we were in the hospital. I had never met Sean before except during game.
By your side the whole time.
But he would not leave me, and he made sure I got everything, I needed. And, again, Winfield was right there, is the ambulance, took me from the train station right to the hospital. And this is what this community does for each other. And it's just been overwhelming. So when I see this, I mean, I see the community, somebody's, got a cold or feeling down or has some surgery, and the community gets together and we have the digital signatures and they make, community cards to send. I mean, it just floored me. So I couldn't say no to this.
Yeah.
And of course,
Ruby Sky Tower actually has a great comment in game. We start playing as an avatar, and before you know it, each of us becomes an avatar in real life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and one more thing before we move out of this topic, I wanted to say, if you're not sure whether your idea would support a community cause, if you're not sure whether or not a person that that needs assistance would qualify, you can anytime, where to find us, reach out and just ask one of us, and we'd be glad to, help you through the process. No cause is too small. So
yeah.
Yes, as Jack and I are here in game. You all know where to find us.
Sitting on the lot right here.
Just in Thex. We're the four of us are most active in game. I should say. I know Turok is in, and Arius is in, but you have your best chances of reaching us four. And hit up the Airy Fund. Hit us in Discord. Send us an email. In game. I mean, we're more than happy to help, but people don't apply. We can't just go, "Hey, Hurricane Fund, let's throw $5,000 at it." We can't just do that. But if an individual says, "Hey, here's what happened. The hurricane hit, and we're sitting here, and we've got no power, and
we're outside of a declared disaster area, and."
Too soon, bros. Too soon.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Clipsy's got some kind of power, or is she sitting in a Starbucks?
She's got power now.
Finally.
Back to the real world. Yes.
I'd like to make one final suggestion before you probably have to move on to regular news.
Well, I'll dedicate the whole rest of this show to this topic.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I'd like to suggest that you reach out personally, you guys, to Dallas through forums. Whatever,
we're in contact.
We're working Dallas. We're in contact with Dallas on a daily and weekly basis.
Yeah.
We're working with these guys on a regular basis. We're in touch with Dallas and Matt and Starr. Yes, we are firmly embedded. We are, again, this is why we're doing this. Working with the community,
also invite Dallas to specifically listen to this broadcast. Send him the URL.
Well, we will do that.
And then I'd be very interested in hearing him on speaker, on camera in a future time. And you could broadcast to us and let us know when that's going to happen.
I tell you what, when I did my round of interviews with the staff down there, I asked Richard and Starr and Chris and Dallas to do interviews, and I never heard from Dallas. I love talking to Dallas whenever I can.
Personally, I know Dallas as well as most people who have been to Portalarium. He is so emphatic about this kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Others.
When we first approached them, Dallas was all over this like white on rice, my friend.
Dallas is responsible for the charitable efforts at Portalarium, and we are in contact with him.
Things that you're going to see coming down the pipe. We're working with water.org. He's put us in touch with those people. We got a lot of stuff coming that we just can't tell you about yet, is what I really got to tell you, Winfield.
Exactly. And
okay, so yes, we are in touch with the boys down there, and they firmly are behind this initiative, and we are working to do all we can with the port and the community to bring you all sorts of great causes and help the community. So, but yes, when we post this today, I will tag Dallas and I will send him. We'll send him a little love note. I'll have Dex added in his next communique.
Very much appreciated, because a lot of these ideas from the Portalarian point of view come from him. The enabling us to do these things as players comes from him. Period. Indeed.
And the members of the Airy Fund went down to Portalarium. They sat down with him, and we've been again, a lot of good stuff going on. That's all I can say. I love this shit.
And something else that I want to throw out there, just for sake of having the audience. I know that for a long time, 84 pages worth, actually, this community, 84 pages worth in the forums, this community has been putting ideas in a wish list. And I really want to encourage people, if you have ideas or things that you want to see in this game, continue to put those ideas in that wish list. Because as things are going along with us, and as we're making recommendations to Portalarium for things that people would like to see, maybe in a Make a Difference store or even in an add-on store, we are pulling ideas from that existing wish list, 84 pages worth. So I just want to really encourage everybody to stay on that track. Keep putting that stuff in there, because people are listening, just so you know.
Yeah, and I'll also make a reminder that we do actually have a section in the forums now, the Make a Difference section. It's in the, what is it, Laz? Is it the community events
in the community events forum,
yes.
Correct. There is a area
Make
where...
a Difference forum, yep.
Yes. And the Make a Difference forum was created for the Airy Fund to help promote these causes. So we've been working with that. You'll see the announcements for everything we do there, and again, we're doing the social media thing.
That was actually one of Dallas's ideas. So we're taking
absolutely, that was a Dallas idea. Absolutely. Now, if we can just get it a little higher on the list, like on the main page,
that would be great.
Yeah. Well, there we just need to influence. We need to influence working with Barrick.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Influence Barrick.
But we love talking about this. By all means, we want everybody to know that we are out there for their help. And I'll tell you what the most common thing is that we hear is, I know so and so, and they're having a problem. Can we help them? And we tell them yes, but they have to apply. And if they don't apply, we can't help. And that's one of the biggest conundrums, that we can't just go willy-nilly and go looking for people to hand money to. I mean, if that makes sense. We need people to actually come to us and say, I need some assistance, and this is why. And at that point, once we, again, go through the vetting process, we can then step in and start doing something. But until that happens, again, if we get a note that says, hey, I can't pay my bills, I was evicted, I need $1,000, that's not going to happen.
But some of that vetting can work pretty fast, because you know who might sponsor them in as a trustworthy person.
Absolutely. If somebody comes to us and says, hey, I know another gamer, and that gamer then comes to us and fills out an application, right off the bat, we already have some vetting, because somebody came to us prior to that. You understand? Absolutely.
And we meet once a week on Monday nights. We have an Airy Fund meeting, but you better know that if we get an application, then there's going to be an emergency meeting. So there's not really waiting. Like, we can handle this stuff on the fly. So
yes, when applications come in, they get looked at. The whole board gets them. And
we begin that vetting.
The scenes.
That vetting process begins, and if it's something where, hey, we need more information, we'll send that out. We need more information.
We send it out, right?
And it's one where, this way, it's like, as stewards of other people's money, we are trying to be the best stewards that we can be, to make sure that, one, it's like we're not donating, we're giving money willy-nilly to people that aren't really in need. and so we're trying to limit the amount of scamming that is taking place. So
have you encountered any episodes where people have attempted to scam yet?
We think we may have. Yes.
We can't really discuss that.
We can't go into details because one of the big things
you are catching people.
Yes,
is
we are.
Good.
We can't divulge private information, and we want to respect the privacy of the people who come to us, unless it's like the Iron Maiden Really Fun, where they say, please, whatever I need to do to help the cause, but if somebody comes to us and says, I don't want this, we're looking, and they provide us with the proper information, by all means, we're going to do our best to respect their wishes, keep their privacy and anonymity, and do what we can behind the scenes to take care of it. I just
hope that your time is not wasted by those who are anonymously trying to get your money. But it sounds like you guys have a good system.
The vetting process works. Let me just put it that way. Okay.
Very good.
That's all I should need to say. As the vetting process again is in place, and we have had a few requests that went, hey, I need 1,000, 200, 2,000.
Send me $1 million.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, what's your name? Didn't give us a name. No, sorry. That's an automatic rejection. I mean, so again, there is a process, there is a method to it, and again, all we ask is that you give us the information that we need to help you. If we don't have that, we can't help. But as soon as we have the information, I mean, we're all over it.
Well, for me, who have friends from Texas and Virginia, which I am, and I appreciate what you guys are doing for Houston and for Florida larger area. And thanks.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Winfield. Thank you for being a supporter, and thank you for asking these questions. And of course, today's show again has been mostly on discussing the area fund. And again. Yes. Anybody who has been affected by these, who, really needs some real heavy-duty assistance. If your insurance is going to take care of it, if FEMA is going to take care of it, and you're okay with the neighbors, you're okay. If you're in dire need and something, please reach out. We'll do the best we can with the resources we can to assist. So,
especially if you lack fishing worms.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I saw a guy catch a fish in his living room in the hurricane that went through Texas. So, with his bare hands, he didn't need a pole.
You just have to go diving for the fish. Dive right in, and don't forget the plumber that went out into the street to plunge the water.
I did not see that.
You didn't see that one?
I did not see that one. Yes.
I'll need to find you that one. But he was able to drain the streets right away after plunging the...
Oh, that was funny. That's funny. This actually happened, or you...
Oh, it did, but he said, it'll be ready in about 5 minutes, and then he walked back inside. It doesn't fix the flooding.
Anyway, now that we've spoken a lot about that, Tex, do you have any closing comments before you want to tell the folks a little bit more about what's going on, what's upcoming with Think Pink? Tell them about the calendar of events, maybe?
Yeah, one thing I'd like to say, one of the comments that we got consistently in the beginning, especially during the chemo campaign, that really thought made us believe that we were onto something, is a lot of gamers approached us and said in game, I've never really been involved in anything like this inside of a video game, and it's so fun. It's making me really reevaluate how I play games and why I play them. So for all of those out there who have been bitten by the bug of giving in fun and rewarding ways through gaming, thank you, because our vision here is our proof of concept has now been achieved, and we're ready to do some big things. On to Think Pink. We have that starting in October, although we are open for business now.
$200 plus already raised, and we haven't even fully started the October Think Pink initiative. So thank you to all you folks who are already donating and reserving your Think Pink cloaks and other goodies that we're going to be offering up. You can find all this. Actually, I've got it right here, I believe.
Yep.
Just go to airyfund.org and click on the Support Think Pink campaign, and you will be able to choose your actual donation amount. If you want to give a custom amount, you can do that. And then from there, you can just go through and do everything and imagine that. Make that donation.
We're super excited. We have some really cool donor thank you gifts that we're going to be sending out this time. Not only do we have a really cool community cloak that's being custom designed with the Countach pink for breast cancer, as well as some sparkly white trim. You can see a picture of it there. It's very cool. We've also had some art provided by Indy Martin, who's an artist in our community.
Indy did a phenomenal job on this artwork, by the way. Thank you, Indy.
Yep, she worked on the Soda comic book and some other projects in the community. She provided us a piece of artwork you can see on the donor thank you gift page. Very, very cool, and that will be available on a poster as well as a t-shirt. So definitely do check that out.
Which I've just shown everybody up on screen. These are some of the things that you can get for donating. These are rewards for you when you help support us here at the Airy Fund. So aside from digital rewards, we do have physical rewards, and we're now looking at different ways that people can, earn these. Winfield, you'll be happy to know that right now we're looking at the possibility of finding a way that you can actually get, say, a t-shirt or a poster by an in-game donation. We're still working on this, but how cool would it be that you could donate and support us through a donation in game?
Yeah, we have we're hoping to get all of our cloaks and things at the end of this month, so we're going to have them all for October. So as soon as we get them, we're going to
start sending them out, and I'm going to be the one responsible for doing all of those distributions.
And one way you can help support the cause is wear that cloak all November long. I know it's going to be pink and sparkly.
October. And November. And
wear
December.
That cloak, sport it.
Wear it all year long.
Yep, and when folks ask you, where'd you get that cloak? That looks so cool. Just go ahead and let them know how they can get one too. That would be great help. Marketing with the cloak in game during the initiative is a key strategy for us, and we hope to get those cloaks out as soon as we get them for donors that have done the pre-donating right now. As far as community events, you can see I've posted a bunch in the community events forum for release 46. You can also visit the Think Pink page on the forums or visit the Think Pink page on airyfund.com. Right now we have 4 events scheduled, and they are going to be big ones. One's a community fair that's going to last 3 days. We have Striker Sparhawk, Stella, Share Shadowleaf, and some others are running a pink treasure hunt. We've got all kinds of goodies. And we're going to be adding more. We're just getting started here. So we hope the entire month of October is going to be blocked up with great events to support Think Pink. Join them, attend them, wear your pink cloak, and let's get the word out and make some good things happen.
Absolutely.
Yep, and don't forget, Hannah Alpenglow did do the she's going to be doing the Oktoberfest celebration at Rockbierplatz.
All sorts of great stuff happening out there.
Yeah, I should mention that real quick because the Oktoberfest, she's actually doing 2 times during that day for the European players as well as the American players to come attend. And she's generously offered. She's going to donate $20 for everybody who attends that event, up to $1,000 for the entire day. So everybody you want to contribute, come out and attend that event. And for everybody that shows up, Hannah is going to be making a donation to Airy Fund in your name. So
up to $1,000. That's right. And thank you, Hannah, for running that event. We will get every one of our alts out to those events just to make sure.
Our alts have alts. Let's go.
That's right. We'll get our alts to come
I will see how many game clients I can launch on my computer at the same time. Last time I did it was 6 at the same time. We'll see if I can do more.
Quick, get List and Gix to summon the hookers.
There you go.
That's right. They need a cower in fear.
Yes, it's a really great cause. really proud to be a part of this team that's doing this. And again, not only have I, made great friends with people I'm working with here, but we're just doing great things. And while it becomes, here come the hookers. And see, asking you shall receive.
That's right.
Yeah.
And imagine that my character was stood up just to go say hi.
Uh-huh.
No, it really was. I wasn't even an active window on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
But with all that said, and I want to thank everybody for joining in on the conversation today. We'll be bringing you more, again, community causes as time goes on. We are working hand in hand with the guys and gals down at the offices. And again, we are, expanding out to bring this to other gaming communities, bigger and better organizations. Like I said, Dallas did point us in the direction of the water.org folks. So we're going to be hoping to work with Port and water.org to bring some new water.org stuff into the add-on store. So keep your eyes out. We'll be giving you updates as we get them. And I know they had to give a little something away, folks. Don't be mad at me. You can yell at me at the next board meeting.
You're fired.
Oh.
Yeah, you're fired.
Whoa.
You'll receive your spankings later. It's all good.
All sorts. Well, yeah. Anyway,
telling that.
all sorts of stuff in the plans here for the Airy Fund and for you guys. So stay tuned. We'll be bringing you that, as always, the latest news and events going on in here, keeping you apprised of what's going on around your Shrouded Avatar world. But meanwhile, we're running a little late on our regularly unscheduled stuff. So let's just drop on in here and tell you all that if you want to keep up to date with all this stuff while you're on the run, you can get the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app. I know Winfield's a fan. Is that working very well for you now that you figured out?
So now I can not have the bandwidth problem of trying to download video. I go right to the app. I get the audio portion. I can listen in the car. I can listen anywhere. I've got either a stream to cell phone, or I'm in a Wi-Fi area.
Absolutely. And of course, you can read the NBNN Daily Britannian news from Shrouded Avatar, published on the website. Again, on your mobile device, you can listen to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. All sorts of things. You can shop the Shroud Marketplace. You can check out Discord channels, and of course, you can get the latest happenings on the NBNN calendar.
Yep. That community calendar is available on nbnn.info, where all times are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time. And don't forget,
Nude Britannia Time.
It is an aggregate of all of the available Google public calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar that Laz knows about. And if you have a community calendar that is not listed there, you can always email news@nbnn.info, and eventually Laz might do something with it.
That's right. And if you want to be able to post your own events without doing all that, I have now officially opened up the community calendar. I will be able, all you need to do is send me a request with your Google username, and I will be able to add basically your Google email address. I will add you to the community calendar itself, and then you can just edit your
your own events.
So you don't have to create your own calendar. You don't have to do nothing. You just be able to click on the calendar and add events. Of course, I will be moderating that. So if there are repeats or anything that is not allowable, will be.
You'll be doing something with it.
Yes. By giving you more ways to get your events out there into the eyes of the folks out here in Shrouded Avatar.
That's right. And don't forget.
12s and 6s.
12s and 6s around the clock on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
You can listen to two idiots interpret the news so you don't have to on a little show called Lunch with Us.
That's right. These guys.
At 7 p.m. this evening, you need to go to Virtue Isle for the Virtue League PvP tournament. And don't forget, the Virtue Isle is hidden inside of Virtue Oasis.
Nested town.
Yes.
Less lag. More combat.
That's right. And at the same time, on the Ether Amplifier on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
You have the 70s at 7. At 8 p.m., DJ Squirrel's going to be biting through the wires.
Squirrel.
On Avatar's radio.
Squirrel.
But you know what?
Bacon.
Clipsy.
No bacon tonight.
Clipsy. Are you going to be probing? Are you going to be probing ear holes tonight on Radio Free Britannia?
Extra hard tonight.
Oh, you're
extra hard.
You heard it right here. She's going to be probing your ear holes extra hard.
It's going to be grudge probing for being out of power for the last.
That's right.
Days. So
it might be 3 hours.
Extra loud, maybe extra long. That's right.
So tune into WRFB for that ear hole probing. And then in-game, don't forget you need to show up to Striker Spar Hacks Happy Hour, which is Laz's favorite event of the week because it's also known as
Spin Spar Hooks Gold.
Yes, taking place at some pub somewhere in Novia. Striker Spar Hawks Happy Hour. Show up, drink for free, and let the adventure begin. Final event of the evening may not be happening, depending on Clipsy's mood.
Depending on Clipsy's mood, you may or may not hear the record run this
That's
evening.
correct. And you know what? I say Clipsy.
I'm supporting Clipsy's extra hour right off the board.
You go as long, hard, and deep as you want to.
It's not the first time I've heard that, Jack.
Okay. Won't be the last time either.
I love this shit.
Quick side note, they just put in a new item on the Make a Difference store to support Helen Garriott. Just letting you know.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
very nice. Let's see if we can get out there and look at that real quick while we have a minute.
50% of purchase goes to Leonardo's Children Museum.
Very nice.
And that is the original artwork for that she did for Ultima 2 or 3.
Is that a physical or a digital?
It's going to be a digital item, so in-game. So she was Origin's first art director, and she also created the map for Ultima 3. Woohoo!
Yes. Let me see if I can get
What does it go for
on screen.
on the store?
It is $15.
$15.
Make us holla.
That is right. So that is going to be benefiting Leonardo's Children's Museum. I believe that's in Oklahoma.
Yes.
Yes, out in Oklahoma.
It's a piece of art. It's
yes,
really
it's
pretty.
a piece of in-game art from one of the Ultima games. And that she hand drew, and that was later redone by Dennis Lubbe. Yes.
And I hear that's the museum that so many other places in the country have modeled after. It's really a great place.
Yes.
Indeed. And of course, we're running tight again, so we're just going to go ahead and say thank you to all our sponsors out there, and thank you all, those of you folks who have supported the Airy Fund and who are, looking to help. By all means, if you need any more information, please reach out to us. And of course, we could not call it a day without giving a couple minutes to the Shroud Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com. for all your virtual vendable needs. Of course, don't forget to check out that newest addition to the add-on store and to make a difference and get yourself a copy of Exodus. I'm buying my copy as we speak.
Right, meow?
Right, meow.
Right,
That's
meow.
right. Right,
Making
meow.
that contribution to Portalarium. And don't forget, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. There are 65 different player vendors on Shroud Marketplace. That is 65 different vendors that are selling stuff for cash. So every merchant is responsible for maintaining and setting their own prices. And you too can register for an account and then click on vendor registration if you want to start selling your stuff, or you can go through the different categories from accounts to
100,000
gain
arrows,
gold.
$2.30.
I know, 100,000 arrows for
Recall teleport
$2.30.
scrolls,
Yes.
$4.99. Go figure.
I know, it's like anything and everything Shroud of the Avatar related can be bought or sold on Shroud Marketplace. Don't forget, Crowns of the Obsidian, cheaper than you can ever get them anywhere else.
$65 for 100 crowns.
Absolutely.
Where else you gotta see that?
I know. Or, you know, extra special in-game services, just like Scrota's music service, where $5 gets you
Anything you want, including Scrota,
especially Scrota following you around for an
for
hour.
an additional fee.
If you're looking for some help leveling up, you can contact Mal's Power Hour or Armelian's Gold and more. If you're looking for some cheese sign writing, you can check out Wolfdom's Shop. If you're looking for an in-game wedding, you can contact that guy.
This guy.
Yeah.
Weddings and more, not just weddings, but if you're looking to get hitched in-game and you're looking for a place to get hitched, you need wedding gowns, you need tuxedos for the party, you need a place on the beach, you need a place underground, you need a place up in a hot air balloon or an airship. We've got all sorts of packages just for you right here inside Trinity Avatar for your getting hitched needs. And of course, not just weddings. We've got in-game gold, we've got rares, we've got teleport and recall scrolls. $4.99.
$4.99. Synesys stuff on shroudmarketplace.com. And don't forget, it is actually time for us to thank the most important people around here, and that's you guys. Thank you for watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia.
That's right. We love you guys. And again, for all the support you've given us here on MBNN, for all the support that you guys give on and the love you give to the Airy Fund, we do appreciate it. And we will continue to do what we do, bringing you the latest news and events and latest community causes right here on NBNN. But we're going to get out of here for now. Thanks, everybody, for joining in on the conversation today. Thanks for tuning in and joining us on Twitch TV or WRFB or catching us later on YouTube. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. We'll be back tomorrow with today's show, the show that didn't happen. So we'll bring you that tomorrow.
It's all good. It's all good.
We're out of here. Have a great day, everybody. And we will see you all tomorrow.
We have no script. No script. None whatsoever. It's all good.